Hello there.
Boys and girls, boys and girls, boys and girls. Morning, afternoon, evening, whatever the number may be, whatever the time of the day may be. How we do? Why is one of my lights not on? What's going on here, Elgato? Fix yourself. Fix yourself. Where's me lights? Elgato Control Center, go. Where's the other light gone? Who's yoinked it? Yeah, technical issues, yeah. Software updates, alright, do it, go. Is this going to break everything now? Yeah, all of the above. All of the above, go. Alright, okay. You remote control a light in arm's reach away? Well, they're the Elgato ones, they're meant to be, I control them off my Stream Deck. Okay, turn it off, turn it on again. Turn it off, turn it on again. Nothing like some technical issues first thing on a Monday morning. Thinking about it. What if I turn them all off and turn them on again? Turn them off. Boom! Magic. How we doing, boys and girls? Good morning, welcome in. Battle.net. Let's load her up. Let's get a go. Resubs, have to say, leveling my alts in 2 to 3 days is very satisfying. I imagine it is, yeah. I actually finished leveling my... Oh, now I've got 2 Battle.nets open, not that one. I finished leveling my second Paladin the other day. He happens to be my Skinner, as I thought that, well, come patch 10.2, if this elusive skinning thing is a thing again, I should at least have a character to where I can test it and showcase it, maybe, possibly, we'll see. Skinning's also the last profession I am yet to play around with. Open beta ends in 8 hours. Does that not mean the game just launches in 8 hours? I don't know. Why am I getting Call of Duty countdown timers? I was tempted to play Call of Duty the other day, you know. I know I mentioned this on stream on Friday. I didn't really have much time to play many games at all over the weekend. It was a busy weekend, but Modern Warfare 3, it kind of appeals to me. It kind of grabs me. It grabs me mostly for the fact that it's gone old school. Or it feels, or at least it looks that way. You got some of the old maps. You know, your regular Call of Duty fans are going to look at these maps and be like, "Oh, these maps again." But for me, there's a touch of nostalgia there, and they were cool maps. 65 gig of storage space, Jesus Christ. Games are getting big nowadays, aren't they? Games are getting wham. Weekend 2 maps and modes. Wait, hold up. Isn't the game like out now? Surely. Modern Warfare 3. Pre-purchase, get access to the open beta starting October the 12th. Open beta is... Oh, so when's the game actually come out then? What? I thought this was just play it early if you pay for it early sort of thing. Also known as we're just going to make you pay more if you want to play it early. Oh my god, look at the microtransactions in this game. Holy shit. Vault Edition, Standard Edition. Oh, it is a pre... Oh, it's not actually out. This is... Wow, they were just selling a beta. Straight up $100 to play a beta. Wow. Shameless. Call of Duty Modern Warfare... What? This is what I dislike about games that do this nowadays. I don't mind if you're going to have some early beta or something like that, but when you start actually trying to take cash money off people, like big dick cash money for a beta, it's kind of like, oh, actual release is not until November 10th. Oh, well, damn, that's going to clash with 10.2. Guess that's not happening then. Well, you nearly had yourself a customer there, Call of Duty, but you shot yourself in the foot. Okay. Let's get WoW on the go then. Boys and girls, I'm poor. I'm actually poor. It's official. You know how I've been complaining for a long while that my TSM settings are completely scuffed and that I actually have no idea how much gold I've got? Well, I did some maths the other day. I used that WoW thing website. Where's it gone? I used this WoW thing as a... I am probably going to use WoW thing now as my primary gold tracker, as it seems to do it far more effectively than what TSM does. TSM gives you nice graphs and revenue data and that sort of stuff, but they're straight up just calculating how much gold. Okay, let me spell it out. The problem I have with TSM is it thinks characters exist that don't exist and won't let me delete them. So the numbers are just all over the place. In reality, though, I am poor. I am sub 60 million gold poor. I feel like a scumbag. I'm so poor. We might actually have to start making some gold again. Can't be having this. At least this is what I have access to now. And I say access to now because this is just on 2 accounts. I have 8 accounts, and I quite definitely have gold on those characters on those other accounts, but the only 2 I've got active right now amass to the sum of a little under 60 million. So I'm poor. Just finished the VOD from Friday. How come they're on YouTube now? Mostly because Twitch is a dick. Twitch deletes all of your VODs like 14 or 18 days after they exist. So I just now zip all of them over to YouTube and they can permanently be on YouTube there. It's not very often I need to, but sometimes it is nice to be able to jump back to something I did a long while ago. And Twitch doesn't offer that facility at all. There's no back cataloguing of the streams. So I thought, right, well, I'll ping them all on YouTube instead now. You should know all dicks are twitchy. Well, that's a topic of conversation for another day. I need coffee before we go that direction. But I'll say it once again. Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome everybody in. Hope everybody had themselves a good weekend. I hope everybody is nicely refreshed, ready for another week at work, week at play, week whatever is coming your way. You could buy out all of the Dracothis for just half of that. Is that what it is right now? Is the 30 million of 30 million Dracothists out there? I remember what I lost in the mailbox due to the account being frozen. All my tomes was selling tomes to fund my token, but now they're all gone. Yeah, the mailbox monster's a bit of a nasty pasty. He gets in the way quite often. So yeah, I have this problem with TSM that this number's actually not too bad. That's not far off what I think. No, see, that's still wrong. This is still wrong. There's still characters on this list that it thinks exist that definitely don't exist. So TSM numbers are just all out of whack. I'll give you an exact example of this. Manthe Alliance Sylvanas. TSM claims that character's holding 8.4 million gold. That character doesn't even exist anymore. That character has been transferred. That is now my main character, who is Horde, who plays on Draenor. That character doesn't physically exist anymore. Now, normally you go into settings and you go to forget character, but they're just not there. So TSM's really broken. And I don't really know how to fix that other than some deep diving into the Lua files, which is not really my forte, unfortunately. I could probably ask Gumdrops or Sapio or somebody over at TSM to just fix it for me, tell me exactly what I need to do. But the reality is that the irony is that the number it's showcasing right now is actually incredibly close to the amount of gold I have, but it's accurate in a wrong kind of way, which is a weird one. I don't really know where it's going to be getting that number from. So, unfortunately, Ledger and Dashboard and all that sort of things is just busted. I'm very tempted now to just nuke TSM and start it again. If I just nuke it completely and start afresh, repopulate everything afresh, it's not like I'm going to have to remake the groups because I've got all of those saved as exports. But yeah, I might need to do something. I've got a Blackrock Bulwark somewhere. Where's one of those? Oh, I've got one of those back on Sylvanas. Let me know if you hear a solution that doesn't require coding skills. I will. Yeah, I will. Like I said, I suspect you can dive into the config files locally and remove characters that way, because that's probably all this is doing anyway. But the reason I chose to start using this WoW thing a little bit more aggressively is that this firstly, WoW thing has an add-on that you use in game. You just make sure the add-on's on and it'll track copious amounts of stuff. But secondly, it takes the players from your local Lua files, I believe, rather than like the in-game add-on. And so it will, if you do transfer one character from one realm to another or something like that, it'll recognize it, I think, a lot easier. And I've now made sure that I've got this add-on working on all of my characters across my 2 accounts. So it should be better, and it should also mean now that I can do things like use the auctions tab to find stuff I'm missing. Missing recipes is going to be one that's going to be fun for me, showcasing me where I can go and get certain things from, if needs be. For example, right now, the Iron Feather breastplate, I could log on to a character on Sylvanas and buy it for 1,000 gold. So it gives you a way of acquiring, or way of quickly seeing where you can get stuff that you need and you can get it the cheapest. So since I have characters on this server, can it show time left on mailboxes on other realms? I don't think it has any mailbox timing features, although I've not looked specifically. So let's see if, out of curiosity, we can go here and quickly find whatever that recipe was. Iron Feather breastplate. Somebody's posted that. Remarkably cheap. Yoink. Don't mind if I do. Now what I do is I load up my main account on the character that needs it and mail it over to them. Group them up, trade it. So if there's I can keep my eyes on this, and if there's ever a bargain, a deal, a steal, a sale of the century, as they say. This is also the advantage of... I don't have to mess around with trading gold to the realms first, as I'm lucky that I have a lot of gold in a lot of places. I was actually looking at this, and if you take... because of what I used to call Project Pet, something I've not really kept up with much in recent months, but because of Project Pet, you can see anything that's not... Ignore Draenor and Sylvanas. They're like the two realms I've played on big time, and Tarren Mill, really. But any other random realm, you can see I've started to amass, you know, a 100k plus gold on a vast amount of different realms now, which comes in handy for like quickly buying that, you know, occasional thing. Why can you not... Why is that not a thing anymore? Why is copy character name not a thing anymore? Hello? Oh, can you only do that on targets? Hello? Okay. What? Oh, cross-fact... Oh, it's still a pain in the ass, isn't it? Because it's cross-faction silliness. Oh, Lord. Are they all in the same community? I should put all of my characters in one big community now. The Morning Coffee Club community. There we go. What? What do you mean not found? This is why I haven't done much of the cross realm business. Oh, is this because I'm already... No. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Let's figure this out. No, because that's a guild. Oh, I see. I see what I've done here. Manthus' best goblins only. There we go. There we go. I need to do a bunch of this, putting all of my characters into a single community. That means I can quickly and easily invite. Target is unfriendly. That shouldn't matter, right? That shouldn't matter. Very confused. Now I need to haul this ass over to the right place, Mr. Pandaria. PvP flagged. Yeah, being in war mode probably doesn't help. Let's turn that off. That clearly isn't going to help, is it? Now, you see smart people out there, they put all of their bank characters all in exactly the same spot, so it works nice and easy. It doesn't work for open world, but you can make a Mythic Plus raid listing and invite that way. Yeah, that's another way of doing it. I mean, I don't particularly use the communities for much in-game. It's been a weird one, right? It's been very odd from a Goblin perspective, is that it's gold makers have never really, even community figures have never really been able to make guilds or anything, because actually the last thing you want is to invite more people to your realm. Historically, because that was always, direct competition. In some cases, players go out of their way to try and avoid realms that have got big goblins on them, not, join up. That's yeah. What was it when Daffy Duck was fighting the little alien dude? This planet is not big enough for the both of us. I've always thought that's a bit of a myth, because there's about 10 million different items that you could be buying and selling in this game. The chance of somebody else completely dominating the exact same market is probably very slim, but, you at the very least probably don't want to advertise too much traffic your way. This is going to be problematic, because this is a faction-specific spot, isn't it? I hadn't thought about that. Well, let's see what happens. I'm not really meant to be here. Means I should probably not use the Shrine for my bank characters anymore. That's sad, because Shrine is literally best in slot for Alliance characters. Okay. Phasing's now also an issue. Do I have Chromie on? Is this going to complicate things even more? Maybe being... how am I going to do... what do I want to do about this long term then? Because this is not ideal, is it? I don't know. Maybe I just haul ass to somewhere neutral as well. Is this a reasonably... Oh, this is a level 49 character. Oh, okay. I suddenly had the thought that this was like a level 10 character or something.
I see
Okay, timeline is also a problem, apparently. Being, okay. So many problems. Meet inside the raid, that's a good shout. Saying that, I can't remember how the hell you get there. This wasn't quite as smooth and as simple as I made it sound out, but we should be fine. What? You must be at least 73 to enter Mogoshun Palace on heroic difficulty. You must be at least level 73. You do know, game, that that's not possible, right? Look! You must be at least level 73 to enter. Okay then. Well, I guess I'm not entering Mogoshon Palace on this character until next expansion. Okay. Sure. What a pain in the ass. You get that if Chromie time is enabled. Is that going to be what my problem is, as I've got Chromie time on? Let's, just out of curiosity, switch the timeline, see if that's the case. I've literally picked the worst place to do this, but, you know. Yeah, I've literally balls this up a tree, haven't I? Okay, well, mage do mage things. I bet this I bet I don't even have all the portals, do I? I was just thinking, can I quickly and easily get back here? Because this is... Or maybe I just retire this ass. Okay, we're going to Dalaran. Let's fix things this way. Let's just go to Dalaran. Toy box, Dalaran Hearthstone. Can't do that right now. Why not? Why not? Why can I not use a Dalaran Hearthstone right now? Hello, game? Lord have mercy. Probably because I never opened Legion. Well, that could also be a thing. Alright. Let's put this dude back where I'm going to have the same problem with the garrison, yeah. Yeah, I might just have to create a horde toon on this realm. Just temporarily. What a faff. An unbelievable faff. I don't even think this... yeah, because this was like a bank character for a long time. I don't even have Hearthstones and silly things because I never needed them. Oh, I have a Hearthstone here. My Hearthstone is set to the Golden Lantern. Okay, well, mage do mage things. And navigate my ass somewhere that's not here. Where's all of me portals? Teleport. Somewhere neutral. None of these... Shatrath's neutral. Am I going to need to go turn Chromie time off first? I probably am, aren't I? One absolute arse about way of doing things. It's all fun and games. I don't even seem to have blink on this guy. Okay, yeah, I probably didn't set up any keybinds or anything because this was just literally a bank character forever. Oh, there's my Blackrock Bulwark. Look, I purchased it for 600,000 gold 608 days ago. Yeah, I can't see me flipping that for a profit anymore. That was probably not the wisest of investments. That was back when it just didn't exist on this realm and hadn't for a long time. There's not a quick and easy way to tell if Chromie time is on, is there really? Other than going back to Chromie.
It's so nice to see you. Why, hello.
I think. I don't know. So, what if I now pick somewhere relatively neutral? Like Shatrath. And I need to get to the same place. All this for one silly recipe. You can tell from the dungeons you have access to if it's anything other than BFAU and Chromie time. Oh, that's clever. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a life hack. Where's Shatrath? Probably downstairs. I've just realised the Eastern Kingdom's Cup ends tomorrow. And I've still only done half of that. Maybe we have to do more Zoom Zooms. We might have to do more Zoom Zooms today. Clearly Mage Teleport is somewhere different. Boom. Trade. Target is unfriendly. So you still can't trade Alliance to Horde then? Is that what we're saying? After all of this, you still have to be the same faction still. Oh yeah, and you then need to be in a dungeon. Oh, Lord. Lord. Okay, well, we can fix this. Where's me two-seater mount? Which one of these is a two-seater mount? Touring rocket? That's a two-seating mount, right? Well, apparently not, because it won't let me hop on either. Far too much like hard work, this. Are you in a party? Yeah. Far too much like hard work, this whole process. Okay. Right, portal to Orgrimmar. Hello? Why did I get a bunch of appearances? Hunter belt, hunter
Great
gloves, hunter...
cataclysm has shattered more than just
Ah!
the world.
Shush! Oh my god, add-ons. Disable everything. I should have given him a name that was easy to spell, shouldn't I? WS... You've got the transmog from the Kalendor Cup, though. Yeah, I've already made sure that most of the, or the reward side of stuff I've already got. I just enjoy the dragon races. I'm gonna lie, dragon races are really quite fun. They're yeah, they're just cool. I like to make sure I get them done before they disappear. Is this a two-seater mount? Love Rocket's not, is it? What did I call this? WSDF. WSDF. SAF. I really should have named it something easy, shouldn't I? The time it's taken me to transfer this recipe, I could have made the 10k gold it was that I saved by buying it on a different realm. Oh my god, you didn't make a Volpera. Yeah, I probably should have, shouldn't I, thinking about it? Yeah, I'm not making this process any easier for me, am I? Rarely do I showcase, pure excellence. We just, we figure shit out. Right. Where's me two? What did I say was a two-seater mount again? Touring rocket. Hop on. I wonder if the easiest place to trade isn't Freehold now. What's the dungeon in Orgrimmar called? The one down in, I can't remember what its name is. The very, very first dungeon in the game. For Horde players, surely that's the RFC, yeah. Razorfang Caverns, that's the one. Is it Razorfang Caverns? No. I don't know. Sounds right to me. It's still Monday morning. You can tell it's Monday morning, can't you? My brain is just not in gear. Rage Phasm Chasm, that's the one. Or Rage Fist Chasm or something. Yeah, there we go. That sounds more like it. Make a Volpera, group up, run into that dungeon. That's the Horde. That's the Horde easy trade trickery. I would imagine. I need to stop off at the mailbox so I can actually get the thing though. Whoa, why have I been... Hello? Why do you get disconnected going into... Oh, for the love of... Why do you... What? Sure. Too low level to fly around Orgrimmar. Is it Chromie time again? No. Clearly just a phasing thing. Clearly a phasing thing. Right, mailbox. Who's stolen the mailbox in Shattrath? In fact, let's just make this easier on myself. Let's get back to where we were. Guys, it's embarrassing. What a shit show. After all of that, I ended up right back where I started. What are you even trying to do? Transfer a recipe that I bought on another server for cheap to my main. Just trade now. Oh, yeah. Bingo was his name-o. So now, there we go. There's my iron feather breastplate. Technically saved myself 24,000 gold by doing all that. And one more recipe learnt. Couldn't just mail it to a Hordey, then mail it to the other account and mail it to your main? No, different servers. That's the point. That's the whole point. You can only do face-to-face trades cross-server. Which is why all of this shenanigans. Carrot has mail? No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. We've just looted the mail. Oh, game. This is too much like hard work for a Monday morning. Find me a mailbox then. There's a mailbox. Oh, he does. A stupid Tobias leash thing. Unbelievable effort. Right, see you later. Problem solved. Okay, that, boys and girls, was the most atrocious way of me showcasing the power of WoW thing. That was all brought about by the fact that once you've got this set up properly, you can go to auctions and you can search for missing recipes that you might need that are cheap somewhere else. Like now, for example, Frost Saber gloves apparently on Dunmara, whatever server that is. Dunmara Norgagon. Data's 20 minutes old. Dunmara Norgagon. Is that even... I don't think I have characters on that realm. Why does it show... Should it not be showing me only on realms that I actually have characters on? Or is it just showing the cheapest generally? It's clearly a foreign server. Dunmara. Where was it?
We Volpera have always been resourceful.
Yeah, Volpera, yeah.
No
great
matter
accent.
the adversity,
Yeah,
we
add-ons,
do
yeah,
what
great
it takes
accent.
to survive and keep our family strong.
Yeah, Volpera is the way to do this. Volpera is the way to do this. Where have they gone? You watch, it won't be here now.
Yeah, what do you want?
Whoops, can't spell. What was it? Frost Saber gloves. Motherfucker. Okay. Okay, well, it wasn't there anymore. Too slow. 24-minute-old data. Too slow. Okay, well, now I have a character on this round. Too slow.
Ever need anything?
Stream snipers? No, probably not. Probably just okay, well, maybe then I won't announce what it is I'm looking at. So that way I really limit the damage. Actually, if we're going to have a character, do I want? I was thinking about whether I actually want to keep this character or not. I probably don't. Give me 1,000 gold back. Oh, hang on. Is this dude going to have something in the mailbox? No. Right, where are we going next then? Where are we going next? Realistically, that's one of the only cheap deals out there for recipes right now. Everything else is getting a touch expensive. Although, that one's not the worst price. And I already have a character there, I know that for sure. Anybody else getting a boatload of Malagite clusters since yesterday? The ones for the Sapphire Jeweled Whelpling. I've got 8 of them so far. I wasn't aware of. Well, I haven't, let's put it that way. Welcome in, Derp. Good morning to you. Wow, there's 4 of them over here. That's good old Argent Dawn prices for you, that's why. I've just realised this is an Alliance character again. What? Oh, I need to send the pattern here first, don't I? This is why I can't imagine many people will actually really push with this cross-realm trading business. I mean, I'm sure once you like properly set it up to, you know, facilitate it, people do it, but it's still a lot of hassle. It's still a lot of hassle. What? Where are they? Hello? Mailbox. Here we go. There's another recipe. I set my system up, promised myself to at least restock once a month. Nope, cannot convince me to do it. Finally restocked them 7 weeks in and still unsure whether I'll ever do it again. Yeah, you just need to, like, you know, like I said, you've got to set up some infrastructure to make it easy. I would suspect that if you are horde using Volpera is probably, you know, just having an army of Volperas all over the place, just so they're all always in Orgrimmar. Straight away and instantly. There's a few things you could kind of do to facilitate it and make it easy, but if you're just doing it occasionally, like I am, it's still a bit of a pain in the ass all the same. But you know, it might be a pain in the ass, but at least it works. And the problem that I have Alliance characters somewhere, Horde characters other places, you'd want like just an army of Volperas, I reckon, but... Anyway, I wasn't going to spend too much of today farming the region for recipes. I only wanted to grab a couple of them that looked relatively cheap. And so you can once you've got WoW thing properly set up, you can do this. So in theory, I could now go, right, well, where's Mantheus? Here's my enchanter and blacksmith, and the same thing would happen again. Could I exclude... Okay, let's just do blacksmithing first. So you can see if I wanted some bargains, I could run around and pick up some bargains from some places. Honestly, though, in most cases, I probably wouldn't be saving too much. You want to do this cross realm jumping about business when you're like collecting the big dick recipes, and you can save yourself 50 to 100k just by going somewhere else and getting it. Like this, for example, Living Steel Weapon Chain. It's 125k on Storm scale, but everywhere else where it exists is like stupid money. Maybe not necessarily something you'd be particularly chasing after either way, but, you know. Corium Champion, if you really wanted this appearance and didn't want to have to farm it up yourself, it's 70k plus nearly everywhere. Yeah, if you go to Alonsus, you can pick it up for 55. You know, every bit of savings is saving, you know. Mounts is obviously the big one, though. Mounts is the big one. Although that said, there's not many mounts that I can actually purchase now that I don't own. They're mostly the old trading card game stuff. White Rhino, Nether Rocket, Savage Raptor, Swift Shore Strider, X51 Nether Rocket, Mottled Drake. If I really, really wanted those, I could go get them. There was an interesting one, actually. Where's the appearances? I think if you full screen this, you get a box that tells you how much gold... Yeah, there you go, look. If I was to... Hang on, let's see. All realms. Only the cheapest don't have any armor or weapon appearances. If I wanted to purchase every piece of transmog that I don't have the appearance for already, and I did it diligently and picked the cheapest one off every single realm where it was the cheapest, it would still set me back 51 million gold to get all of the appearances that I'm missing. Ouch. And that, of course, is just the ones you can purchase, right? That doesn't necessarily... That's still not going to... you know, get you that far in your appearance journal, I don't think. But that's crazy. If I untick all realms, I suppose it will only show me on the realms that I have characters, would be my assumption, which might be a better way to do things. Then it steps up to 54 million gold. Sheesh. What about toys? Is there okay, only top 5. There's not a box that tells me how much it's going to cost for all the toys. Extra pets could be a fun one. Where can I go and snag a bargain on some cheap pets? This could be very handy for Project Pet. Where can I run off and buy something for cheap? Where can I go buy something for cheap to then sell it for 2-3x somewhere else? Or at least more somewhere else. Good for probably scouting bargains. Not really the best thing to do on stream because you'll get I'll get sniped. This has been a real problem for me. a real problem for me. A real problem being that a lot of the goal making stuff I would quite happily sit here all afternoon and tinker with and play with is stuff I don't feel comfortable particularly doing on stream. Like right now, for example, this Crimson Dreadwing pup, I would go straight over to Silvermoon and buy it for 30k, but I bet in the time it would take me to do that, somebody will have already done it. You know, it's a tough one. I like the fact that it shows you the pets, the versions you've got as well. Crimson Dreadwing pup. 30k. I enjoy watching you do this, but on the other hand, it makes a lot of sense to not stream it. Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. It gets difficult for me. It gets difficult for me to do something like this too much on stream. But now I've got 3 of those. I've actually already got too many of these learnt. I need to cage those up some places then and sell them. Is there a button I can press that shows like bargains only? No, it sorts them by price. Doesn't necessarily showcase bargains only. The only other way I could more capably do this on stream is to just not actually say what it is I'm doing. Just to have some random conversation going and not actually talk about what it is I'm doing. Because otherwise it becomes, you know, I guess that's damage limitation.
I ain't got it. You don't want it.
Let's make sweet, sweet profit together.
Who be this? Speak and Spell with a prime for 9. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Welcome in. I've heard we need a Ranthius. My time has come. Just have the WoW thing on another screen and then do the thing in WoW. Yeah, see, that's another possibility for sure. It's another possibility.
Come back anytime.
25k for those weren't too bad. I've actually got some sales history on those. Admittedly, it was a year ago I last sold one of these, but I did sell it for 90k. So buy 2 for 25. If I sell 1 at 50, it covers the cost of both of them. I'm going to have these flipping leashes in every single one of my bags, aren't I? They vendor for 30 gold, but I just really don't. Really don't. Oh my word, those are cheap nowadays. Imagine having a Bruto so you could just mount and vendor them. Shush. I'm starting to see a lot more people get the Bruto, you know. Starting to see a lot more people pick it up. There's a lot more people that seem to be, you know, getting lucky and being able to grab that from the black market auction house, which is cool to see. It's nice to see that it's turning up often enough for people to be able to grab it. No, that's still too cheap. This is a much quicker way to check for bargains on pets, though, than it is to browse through game. Which is where, for me, you start to question whether this sort of crosses a line. I kind of... and this whole cross-realm thing, right? It would only really be... It's not feasible in-game. Like, an adequate amount of cross-realm trading is just not feasible in-game. There is absolutely nothing in the game that tells you the price of something on a different realm, other than just logging on each realm and looking, right? Add-ons even don't go very far as to tell you what the prices of stuff are on other realms either. Trade School Master will tell you like the regional average price, but it doesn't give you a big old list of what everything costs on every realm. The only reason that this even feasibly works is because of external add-ons and websites, where it's kind of like, ooh, it's, you know, it almost starts crossing a line because you're gaining an advantage over others that is bordering on unfair. Bordering on unfair because without access to those third-party tools, you actually have no chance. And it starts to get a bit difficult. Now I can't remember the name of places. It's going to be a French realm, isn't it? I think next expansion, everything's going to be region wide. Well, I mean, I had it marked for patch 10.3. Obviously, the way things are looking, we might not actually ever see a patch 10.3. But I do still think that it is something that they're going to want to do before the. Yeah, I think you're not far wrong. That before next expansion, it starts to make a lot of sense. Cashing out on the transmog, I have got it. Well, yeah, this is also why I've not been too forward with building on Project Pet, because I kind of half know that it's not going to be too long before it all comes crashing and burning anyway. But in the time until then, you should probably still take advantage of it. Well, we had the... When did commodities merge? 10.2.7 or something? No, 9.2.7. So, yeah, you're right. They're not going to want to dump a massive region-wide auction house change on top of an expansion launch when things get a bit crazy anyway. But all of that said, I think a fully region-wide auction house can't be far away. .11 partial world revamp, region-wide auction house testing, a 12.0 WoW reborn. Jesus, that's huffing. That's huffing that hopium, for sure. I'm intrigued by what's going to happen in the next few months with the whole Microsoft thing, because clearly there's some big plans, right? There's no doubt that there's some big plans. I put some thoughts on paper the other day over on Twitter about what I think might go on. Not necessarily stuff I want to see happen, but things I think might happen. Does anybody else find it funny that Twitter is now called X, yet it's still twitter.com? Just me. Yeah, so I put a few thoughts on paper the other day of what I considered might be what happens with this whole Microsoft thing. It's also x.com. Oh, can you actually go to... I'm not going to do that on stream, if this is some bait. Oh, well, it's just a redirect. Okay, sure. It still redirects to twitter.com. Battle.net, I think, is something... Okay, so I was having this discussion a few days ago on to what I think might be going on with the Microsoft acquisition. And one of the big reasons I think Microsoft would have wanted to buy Blizzard Activision King is for the fact that they have a relatively prominent foundation in the PC gaming marketplace. There is not many other companies out there, Microsoft included, who have been able to take market share off Steam. Now, also, let's not forget, in the very recent time, we have started to see Blizzard games even on Steam. Diablo 4 is about to be on Steam. Companies out there are starting to understand that, Steam cannot be toppled. Steam just is going to be the dominant place for downloading and, the default launcher for PC gaming. But out of everybody else that's tried, most companies out there have failed, where Blizzard have been able to create Battle.net and also foster quite an ecosystem. Apple have a similar ecosystem. A far better understood ecosystem that if you buy an iPhone, you probably will end up owning an Apple Watch or an iPad or a MacBook or anything vice versa. So if you buy into an Apple product, there's a very good chance you'll buy another Apple product. Blizzard have been able to achieve something very similar with Battle.net. That if you play World of Warcraft or choose to play World of Warcraft, there is a good chance at some point you've at least tried Hearthstone. There's a good chance that at some point you'll have at least tried Diablo. There's not going to be much on the Battle.net launcher that over time people haven't gone, oh, this is on offer, I might try this. They've fostered that ecosystem quite well. I think this was one of the big things that Microsoft would have looked at and gone, we would like some of that. We would like some of that. I do think, though, that the branding, Battle.net, is trash. It's D-tier branding, generally speaking. I think the Game Pass branding is much stronger, and this probably comes from your entire Xbox market, right? Microsoft have Xbox, which is let's just put it out there, even if it's not a 50% market share, in the console gaming sphere, you have PlayStation and you have Xbox. There's some other contenders, but realistically, you have PlayStation and Xbox. And so Game Pass probably has a much stronger branding overall than Battle.net. So I have a suspicion we might start to see some rebranding, bringing the more dominant branded name into effect. So I have a suspicion we might see Battle.net being rebranded to something like GamePass.net or something. Who knows? Battle.net's been around since 97. It's a very strong brand. Remember when Blizz tried to rename it and it failed miserably? It's a very strong brand within... I don't even know if it is that strong of a brand, though. I think this is one of those things where you've got to remember if it's a strong brand to you because you've been part of it. If you've played a lot of Blizzard games previously, it's a strong brand to you. But generally, in the gaming industry, you got to remember that PC gaming is also a lot more niche than what console gaming is nowadays anyway. Everyone played D2. Everybody knows Battle.net. I didn't play D2. I know there's a lot of people who've been PC gamers for a long time that like I said, this is one of those things. It seems a strong brand to you because you've been captivated by it. But as the market as a whole, I don't think it's actually that strong overall. Anyway, either way, I have a suspicion we might start to see some rebranding of that with Microsoft's acquisition. In turn, a vast amount of Xbox titles could be integrated. The Game Pass subscription model, I think, is something that they are going to bring onto the Blizzard games. There's going to be integrations. There's going to be mergers there in some way, shape, or form. This also makes me think that the WoW token will end up being for game time only. If they do try and integrate Game Pass in any way, shape, or form to the Blizzard stuff, in one direction or in both directions. Let's say, for example, if you have your Game Pass subscription, then you can play X, Y, and Z with that. As far as saying that the WoW subscription might be included within a Game Pass membership. If you have Game Pass, then maybe you can play WoW. As a crossover. You could still just pay for WoW, and if you buy it in 6 months or 12 months chunks, like they try to sell it to you, it will probably still be cheaper than buying Game Pass. But if you have a Game Pass, it also is, that's something I think will be. But the only way that this sort of integration, I think, can happen is, unfortunately, being able to take World of Warcraft Gold and convert it to Blizzard balance, I think, is something that they will probably stop. I think that is... They could create a workaround for it, but I think it gets messy. And if they want to make things simplistic, they will make it so that the WoW token will probably actually only end up being for game time. You won't be able to take your gold and convert it to Blizzard balance and then purchase other Blizzard. That's one of those nice little luxuries you have when you live in a small box. If as we've known up until now, just being Activision Blizzard King, just being a handful of games, converting WoW Gold into Battle.net balance. It has value for some of us. It has quite strong value for some of us, but it's not going to particularly cause too much chaos elsewhere. If they do try and merge in with a lot more Microsoft titles, Xbox titles, then I think they might squish that and make it so that the token is just for game time only as well. So these were some of my first initial thoughts of what might happen with the Microsoft merger. Candy Crush and COD Mobile will return on their purchase. Well, Candy Crush is just historically, Candy Crush and World of Warcraft retail have been the biggest cash cows, for sure. Curious to know your top 3 wants for the new expansion, even if it's just quality of life features. I put some thoughts down for the new patch, not necessarily the new expansion. The new expansion, I don't care. The new expansion can do what the new expansion does. If it looks good and I like the look of it, I'll play it. If not, then not. I think we're about due the region-wide auction house, though. That is for sure. I think it's about time. I think we need it now. Having it like half and half just feels odd. Just feels silly. But outside of that, my wants are pretty loose. I would want them to go back to a more. The irony is I think that they made crafting more interesting to play with in Dragonflight. I still am a fan of the way that crafting was leveled up. I was still a fan of multi-craft, resourcefulness, inspiration. I think they're cool additions to the crafting scene. They add a little bit more thought process, a little bit more skill gap in there. It needs some tuning, but I liked what they did with the crafting professions. What I didn't like is how they crossed the finish line with it. The way that they made it so it wasn't too gameable by people like you and me is that they made everything bind on pickup. And so that to me kind of neutralized a lot of the point of the new crafting system. It made it feel very odd that they've made all of this, they've given all this extra ability for people to carefully calculate and figure out, and, you know, multi-craft procs and bonuses, and, you know, a new interesting way of leveling it all up, incentivizing everybody to get on board and play with it a little bit more. And then they're like, oh yeah, by the way, 50% of recipes are bind on pickup, so it doesn't matter because you can't sell them anyway. You have to use, and you know, they clearly used that as a way to force people into using the crafting order system. I mean, I'm not stupid. That was very clear to me. So I think if they loosen up their need to push everybody into the crafting order system, let the crafting order system be what it should be, e.g. a place where you can custom order something that's not readily available already. There are improvements that could be made there. But the weird thing for me is this is all something I said before Dragonflight even launched. Dragonflight hasn't changed my opinion on any of this. Being lucky enough to play through the alpha and the beta of Dragonflight in depth, I was very quickly able to formulate what I thought this system could be and where I'd like it to go. But they've not developed on it at all, in my opinion, which is a shame. And 10.2 doesn't look to change that. So hopefully 11.0 will at least address some of those. If the other scenario, the other possibility is they just do a 180 on the whole system and go back to how it was previously. If that's the case, that's a real sad day for the game, unfortunately. I will find it very hard to get much interest from crafting if they do a complete 180 and take it back to what it was. I think if you want the old school method of crafting, go play classic. I don't think a revert to what it was previously, because it's very clear that there's a lot of people who haven't got on board with this new crafting system. But I think if you actually quizzed why people didn't get on board with it, a lot of people's answer would be, well, because nothing was profitable. And I don't think that's really a valid way of critiquing the new system, because profit is as we know, profit is driven by supply and demand more than it is the type of the system. There's a lot more intricacy to the crafting system as it stands now, and you could very easily change somebody's opinion of it. If it was printed, let's say for example, all of the naysayers on the new crafting system, all of the naysayers, let's say the landscape was changed slightly. Let's say it was printing gold like Shadowlands Legendaries were printing gold. Do you think as many people would be complaining about it? Probably not. Probably not. It's which indicates to me that there's the critique of the crafting system is based upon how much gold they were able to easily extract from it, and I think it's still better than what it was, even if it's more difficult to engage with. But at the same time, we were blessed with Shadowlands crafting being just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Broken OP in terms of gold making in Shadowlands.
I have just the thing for you.
I like the Legion crafting. I liked Legion Professions. The crafting in Legion wasn't much different really, but the leveling up of the professions was what I liked in Legion. I wouldn't be sad if something like Legos came back. They could do something like that again. I think there needs to be something for the Mega Goblin to get their teeth, for the people who really enjoy this side of the game to get their teeth into. And they gave every impression that they were going in that way at the beginning of Dragonflight, but then they launched it and then haven't touched it since, which is, in my opinion, a bit sad, but you never know. We could see who knows, we could get a PTR update tomorrow and they've made a bunch of changes to it, and it's, who knows. They hold their cards pretty close to their chest at Blizzard nowadays with changes like that, so. If they make everything region-wide, it won't matter, though. People will be fighting hard for every scrap they can find. Yeah. Yeah, this is one of the downsides of region-wide. And I think Dragonflight, it stacked a lot of changes on top of each other. And so it's quite easy for people to sort of single one of those changes out and point the finger at that being the reason why everything's gone to shit in their eyes. But we knew when the region-wide auction, we knew when commodities went region-wide, it would make the competition on the price of materials far, far stricter, which is exactly what it's done. It's made, there's no longer are you buying ore for 20 gold a piece on one realm and 8 gold a piece on another. It's 8 gold everywhere. Where the argument there was that it was over expensive most of the places recently, like prior to. But yeah, it's a tough one because I know for a fact I overthink it. But I put just as much thought. Let's say you're a Mythic Plus player by default. You're probably constantly thinking about the dungeons for Mythic Plus, the routes you have to take through Mythic Plus, the synergies between classes to get to push the highest keys. I think about the crafting professions just as much as those guys. I just put my time and effort into a different area of the game. But then again, I do think I overthink it, so. People are too afraid of borrowed power. It makes it fun, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, this is Blizzard deliberately pulling back maybe a few steps further than they probably should have. The thing is that borrowed power isn't inherently bad. It's The weird thing is, right, is that I don't think the overall player base's complaint with borrowed power was really the borrowed power. I think it was more the task list, the chore list, and the grind that came with it that they had more of a problem with. If you have to, if every tier you pick up, or every expansion you pick up a new thing and level up that thing, doing that is actually where a lot of the fun is derived from in a video game. What am I going to put my time and my effort and my focus into now that was different than what it was before? And to remove a lot of that and homogenize systems across the board has nuked huge amounts of fun, I think, for a lot of people. Retail is more formulistic than it has ever been. That before you step foot into a patch, you know exactly what you're going to be doing, when you're going to be doing it, when you're going to get access to something. And it makes it feel a lot more like a treadmill, because everything's already planned out ahead of you, way more so than what it ever used to be. Which is, with things like the Creation Catalyst. The Creation Catalyst is good if it's used as a catch-up system. But now the Creation Catalyst has been converted from something that was, heavily delayed at the beginning of a patch and then integrated so that people could, it was like bad luck protection system, right? If you'd gone 10 weeks into a patch... If you'd gone 10 weeks into a patch and just been really unlucky that you'd killed a boss 10 times and not got the thing to drop from that boss 10 times, then you could use the Creation Catalyst sparingly to sort of, forcibly fix that problem. To now where the Creation Catalyst is going to be active like day one. It's like, well, at that point then it's no longer a catch-up, no longer a bad luck protection system. It's something you plan for. You are going to, okay, this week, what am I going to use my Creation Catalyst on this week? What am I going to use it on the next time I get it? It becomes something that you plan for and is integrated into the leveling and the gearing process, which I think takes away a lot of the fun. But, I do goblin things. I don't chase gear, but I do think that gear chase needs to be made more interesting and less sort of like, I don't know. Blizzard's obvious problem is that the game is absolutely broken down to its tiniest, people have BIS lists before the tier even launches and this sort of thing.
Go in peace.
I mean, like I said, I'm not a game developer. I don't particularly know the fix, but I know some stuff feels a bit sort of, everything feels super calculated nowadays. There's no, there was, I don't know. People take the game at the top end. People take the game very seriously. There's a lot of people who play this game that take the game way more seriously than they probably should do, me included. But people take the game so seriously that they're, it's been a phrase for a long time that you can optimize the fun out of a game, and I think that happens a lot with retail, which is why a lot of people have not just the nostalgia kick, but also the fact that when you go back to retail, you go back and you go back to classic when all of this ability, in classic, you kill a boss, and if it drops the piece of gear you want, you can roll on it, and if you win it, great. But if it doesn't drop the thing you want, there's no catch-up system. There's no bad luck protection system. There's no token you can spend once you've saved up a bunch of tokens to turn it. There's none of it. Soon as you have too much, RNG sometimes just needs to be RNG. You kill a boss. Did it drop the thing you want? Yes or no? If every time you kill a boss, the answer is no, but eventually everybody wins. It's like, and I don't know. It's hard. I can't describe it properly, but it just feels weird. Right, I need to figure out which of these dragon races I've done and which ones I haven't done. I can't remember where we got to. The fact that I have a Searing Gorge waypoint here indicates that I might have gone and done... Did I do this one? Did I do that one? Maybe I fly there, and if I did it, I did it, and if I didn't, I didn't. I think I did. Yeah, I kind of think I did, but even if... I don't know if I did all three of them. I can't believe I'd have stopped short, but... maybe we just port to the Undercity and go top down this time. I guess I guess to summarize, sort of like one of the things I think retail struggles with nowadays is they are too scared. Like in retail, it is actually impossible to fail, like borderline impossible to fail. There is no chance to fail in any way, shape, or form. If you want something, you will get it. There's almost a zero failure rate in retail, and they've developed so many systems around making sure that people can't fail. Like multiple different levels of difficulty for everything ever. Like Mythic Plus is literally the definition of that. You physically can't fail at Mythic Plus, right? Because there goes from negative difficulties to as high as you possibly want. There's no failure option there. There's systems like the Creation Catalyst, catch up gear, catch up within the same patch that the gear comes from in the first place. It's nearly impossible to fail. And it makes things feel more repetitive, I think. That if you get to the point, you can basically know that if you go and do the raid 6 weeks sequentially, if you go kill you'll be fully geared. There's no possibility for you to kill each boss in the raid 6 times and not end up being fully geared. It's almost impossible. You have to do something so incredibly wrong. Whereas that missing that one piece of gear used to be what kept a lot of people ticking away, right? It used to be that trinket still hasn't dropped for me. I've killed the boss 7 times. The trinket's not dropped for me. It dropped for the other mage. It didn't drop for me. That was the kind of thing that kept people coming back week after week. That there was the expectation that fully gearing your character was nearly impossible to achieve. You had to get really lucky to fully gear a character. But if you smashed through that raid every single week, you might get there. Whereas now it's the complete opposite, where you know that if you go raiding 6 weeks in a row, you'll be fully geared by the time you've done there. There's almost no possibility for you to be missing anything after that. Because after 3 or 4 weeks of not getting the thing you want, catch-upping starts. You can start filling gaps through other systems, and I don't know. Everything's just too much like a formula. And all roads point to, completion. Partly the reason why I stopped chasing gear a long, long time ago. It was just feeling too treadmill-like. Too damn easy. Well, this is it. When you can't fail, there's not so much of a challenge. If you go into a patch knowing that in 6 weeks' time you'll be fully geared, regardless of how much time or effort you put in, I don't know, it takes away the mystery, it takes away the RPG out of the MMORPG, I think. And why things like Classic feel a lot rawer and more, people can get their teeth into Classic a lot more. Because back before, nearly everything was given to you for free after a while anyway. It felt more valuable than when you did get it. But there's probably a huge percentage of the player base that doesn't care about any of that and is more than happy to have everything handed to them anyway. So it clearly works for some. Hello? Oh no, I hit a mushroom. Oops. Who put a mushroom there? There is a panda in front of me. Everything in life, when takes effort, is more rewarding. Yeah, it's true. If you ultimately know that if you don't get it this week, it will be given to you for free next week, it's like, okay, well, it takes away the, takes away the sense of achievement of getting it in the first place. And this is what's really difficult to get right as a game developer, I think, because you're dealing with things here that are not necessarily logical. They are not necessarily. You're dealing with feelings, aren't you? This is the problem. You're dealing with stuff that can't easily be quantified. And if your main way of tracking success of something is like by maybe your way of tracking something, which has been Blizzard's way for a long time, is like engagement metrics. How many people have engaged in this? How many people are still engaged of this 10 weeks after it's a thing? Some things can't be perfectly explained by data. And I don't know, it just seems to be... There's definitely something there when you look at just how much of the player base has flocked back to Classic. You can't discredit the fact that Classic has been so outrageously popular that there must be something to it for that to be the case. People don't go back and play a nearly 20-year-old game for no reason. Oh, silver? Damn. Oh, well, let's try again then. I thought we had that easy, Many people play a game that's 18 years old, Blizzard to stop and think why. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you can't deny there's definitely something about it. It was one of the best games ever made back in its day, and 18 years after, people are still flocking back to it over the version that you've spent 18 years developing. Why is that? There's got to be a reason. And like I said, sometimes you can't explain everything with data. Whoa, I literally don't know where I'm going on this one. I think I hit the wall there and slowed down a lot. Yeah, we've stuffed this one. Yeah, this feels very slow. Oh, and I've missed the finish line. That didn't help. Bronze, oh dear Lord. Turns out J. Ellen Brack wasn't completely right with you think you you think you do, but you don't. Apparently so. Apparently so. Hardcore's also helped get a significant boom. I've talked about why I think hardcore works, and the irony is the thing that makes hardcore work is not what you'd think it is. You would think that you would think that the hardcore version of WoW would draw a lot of attention because it's hardcore. You know, it's more, you would assume it to be more difficult. But actually, I think the thing that's bringing a lot of people back to it is the fact that it promotes a slow and steady approach, right? It promotes you slowly working through the game and slowly leveling your character up and taking time in each zone and completing each zone to its full and gearing up, making yourself overgeared at every stage of the game. It promotes a far more long-lasting, a lot more sort of... The irony is that hardcore classic appeals to the casual player, the player that wants to just take things slow, wants to methodically work through it. They want to take their time with it. They want, you know, and with that constant looming, oh, if I die, I have to start again, means people are more careful and more cautious, and they do things they wouldn't naturally do. The game for so many years has been like, go, 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 just like super zoom, super fast. And of course, you know, a bunch of the content creators and stuff still zerg from 1 to 60 in a few days, drinking 12 liters of coffee in the process. But like, I think the most people who are playing hardcore just like methodically plodding through it, and that's what's really sort of bringing people to it more so, I reckon. What's the zone drop I need on my ATT? A rusted pitchfork, apparently. Random ass grey item. Plagueland's reverse course was harder to me than the Booty Bay one. Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's see if we can get this in the bag. Might need to put my concentrate face on for this. Oh, I've hit the flipping. Damn. I need to time that one like almost perfectly. Now me reset button doesn't work. I really like playing hardcore. It's like sketching. You're relaxed, but also very focused. Yeah, I don't doubt that some people are having an absolute blast with hardcore. And I get its appeal. I really do get its appeal. And like I said, it's really odd for me that the appeal is actually probably got more to do with it. You know, the looming permadeath actually almost forces people or forces the community to be more casual about it. That you don't have to hardcore zerg the entire thing. And like little things, right? Like if you actually do go out and try and do the dungeons, like the dungeons are like, you know, they kind of feel like heroic again almost. Like, okay, like even a leveling dungeon, you go into Dead Mines. Dead Mines could be like make or break. You kind of you're getting those, you're getting the feels, right? Just doing like a real old leveling dungeon, because this dungeon still has the ability to like finish you. It's odd how it works. Right, now reverse. Now reverse. Okay, I just need to figure out where the course goes in reverse first. And then we'll try and do it fast on the next one. Any obvious pitfalls or... Oh, that's going to be a problem. Flipping orb is like right next to the gate. And there's a whacking great big mushroom there. Oh, this one's going to be horrible. And we need to save a point for the end. Okay. Well, we need to shave off like an hour off that run. But okay, it's fine. Using surge forward lets you ignore the balls. Never ignore the balls. Never ignore the balls. Let it be known. Just saying. Right, I hit a mushroom around here somewhere, and I can't quite remember where it is. Probably there. Yep, I've hit that mushroom again. I also missed a green blob, so... Okay. Ah, get out of my way! I mean, that really wasn't a great start either. Right, I need to not hit that mushroom again. I also need to remember where that mushroom is. I think it's here, isn't it? Yep. Oh, I've done it again. I can't turn fast enough. That corner's very tight. Do I just go the other way? Do I go round the mushroom rather than trying to cut? I don't know. Okay, you do it that way. You turn before you even hit the portal. That's got to be gold. Yeah! Smashed it. Absolutely smashed it. Woo! Okay. Right. I need to find another one. What I didn't check is if there's any randomly up in this very top area. It doesn't look like it. Hinterlands. Is there not one here? Okay. Silver Pine Forest? No. Tourist Fawn Glades? No. Where's all the races? It's got... Hillsbrad? No. Where the hell are all the races? Huh? Who's Yoink Tommy Dragon races? Oh, there's one down here. The Gilneas Gambit. Okay. Let's try and keep track of where we are with this. Expansion feature, dragon riding. Okay, Gilneas Gambit, Loch Modan, Twilight Terror, Ironforge, and Krasworks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more to do. So this will be 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 2 in Twilight Highlands. Okay. 4, and then Loch Modan 5. Okay. I think I know where they all are now. Am I even going the right way? Zygot looks to be sending me on a wild goose chase. Can I go that way? Right, grab a quick drink. Are we there yet? Nearly there. No, not even nearly there. Miles off. These are the challenge ones. I can't be bothered doing the challenge ones. Not now, anyway. Okay, so that's... Yeah, it's only going to be the challenge ones I'll be missing after doing this. That's fine. Channeler's staff, newly added with 1017. 1.2 million gold region market value. Probably not. What's the odds? What's the odds the rares here? Ambermill Spell Scribe. Probably around here somewhere, but not. Level question mark question mark? Why would... Okay. Me elephants are a bit big, aren't they? They kind of... Well, I mean, you should probably not keep an elephant in a house either way. You certainly shouldn't keep two of them. Horde only? Hang on, I'm intrigued by this. Okay. Wowhead doesn't even know it exists. Channelers. Channeler's staff. This drops from the Ambermill Spellscribe, a reintroduced rare NPC who resides on the upper floor of the house north of Ambermill in Silver Pine Forest. Respawn time is about an hour. Be wary that the staff is a very rare drop. You'll be seeing Jewel Encrushed Sash most of the time. Took me around 15 kills to finally get the staff. This clearly has been the. I mean, this has got Student Albatross video wrote all over it. This has got Transmog Farm video wrote all over it. What's the going rate? What's the going rate? Eight across EU realms. Look at the total quantity. Boom. Or the price, I should say. On a realm that's got one, 700k. A mil. It's been farmed on Twisting Nether, clearly. Wow. Wow. The 700k staff. There's a YouTube video in the making. I wonder if there's some way to search through all the things, just specifically items that were added in 10.17. It is a unique appearance though, which is key. Unique appearance is good. It's good spot to leave an alt. Good spot to just leave an alt chilling. Log it on once a day. Is one thing I have considered doing with an account is to just did I get the tag? I bet I didn't get the tag. I did get the tag. Damn. I'm so glad they added all those items back to collect for my warrior. A lot less gold needed to be spent now. Yeah, if you really are trying to complete your collection, then it's good to see a lot of stuff coming back. It does go to show actually that at least with them adding stuff back into the game, it goes to show that they are very aware that there are people out there that do very actively collect this stuff, and that unobtainables are just the bane of collectors' lives. So it is kind of nice that they add this stuff back in. I needed my sunglasses on there. Sun glare. Couldn't see the gate to fly through. Oh, this one's cool. You get whoa, fly through the city. I sense this one's going to be annoying on advanced, but that's quite cool. That's quite a cool one. Advanced core. There'll always be the one sword can never get. You mean the big one sticking out of Silithus? Did I put this on advanced? Oh, I must have done this. Green balls. We're fine. There's part of me that wishes I did care more about transmog. I mean, I only see the appeal of transmog from a gold making perspective. I really don't have much desire to collect transmog. And I know I miss out on a lot especially the way the game's going. Not caring about transmog feels weird because the majority of the game seems to be going in that direction. Silver? Stinky silver? Stinky silver? Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, let's try that again then, shall we? But there's also part of me that's actually very glad that I don't care about transmog, because then I don't have any real strong desires to must have all of it, because that is borderline impossible. And it's kind of ironic that I was talking earlier about how, you know, everything is given to you for free in this game now. But, like, from the collection standpoint, if you actually want all transmog appearances for your class, good luck. Like, you should understand that's never happening. I mean, just flipping dungeon and raid appearances themselves would take most people longer than they would be willing to try for. Oh no, silver again. We were still a second off the pace. Ouch. Ouch. This might be bronze. We're doing alright, but we're still a second off the pace. We need to shave off a second somewhere. This bit seems very difficult to be quick at. See, that feels like a good opportunity for a go faster moment. And this also feels very slow. Oh dear. Oh dear, miles off the pace. Absolutely miles off the pace. Glide early, get vigor, zoom, zoom, rest. Yeah, this does feel like a lot more of a strategic one. Maybe I'd do this once without my UI hidden, just so I can keep track of my vigor a little bit more. Because it's quite easy to waste a lot of vigor there. I guess this is a good in between, I suppose, for the challenge ones. Wow. Still off the pace. That was slower than one of our previous attempts. Oh dear, I think we just did. Okay, let's. I'm gonna go full hardcore, ridiculous zoom mode again, because I reckon I've got a feel for the course now. Although being a good oh no, I've hit the roof. Damn. Being a good second or so off the pace still makes me feel I'm missing one of the green blobs. Why won't this let me go back? Okay. Derp. Let's try again. I got this. I got this. Although I could have really done with a vigor there. Oh dear. Yeah, I think. Oh dear. I'm almost willing to restart this one. This feels very slow. Okay, just don't hit anything. Just don't hit anything and we'll be fine. No, this is hella slow. About a minute off the pace, I can feel it. Nope. Nope. Slower than we were last time even. Okay. It's so hard to my brain just doesn't compute that going slow at the beginning is the way to win. But it really probably is. My little weak aura doesn't work properly either. This is meant to give me a time, like a speed thingy on it. This doesn't feel too bad. Ah, I used a vigor before I should have done then. Right, this needs a boost. Right, now we power. Ah. Ah! Still like 0.7 of a second off. Personal best, but still slow. Okay. Should we just try the reversed one for lols? Let's just try the reverse one. You watch, we'll bang this first time. If we win going backwards, I'll be pissed. Oh my god, that corner's not fun. Ah, this is even more difficult going backwards. Brain.exe has crashed. Oh my god, we got gold going backwards, but I can't get gold going forwards. Oh lord. Stupid game. Okay. Right. How do we get gold going backwards? This one's doit. Like a tiger. Easy clap, didn't even try hard. Literally first time. I know I mean, but that was literally first time going backwards. Reverse time is too lenient. Yeah, clearly broken. That was not a 2 moment. This is a 2 moment. Nope. Nope. Still miles off the pace. Nope. Okay. I will not be beaten by a silly advanced course. I will not be beaten. I wish my little weak aura would work though, telling me how fast I'm going. It'd fix a lot of my problems. Okay, this bit doesn't feel too bad. We can cut that corner a bit tighter. This requires zooms. Got bonus free vigor. Bonus free vigor. Oh, I thought that was going to be it then. Wow, we were 3 seconds off the pace. Oh, we're pathetic. Ah, screw this going flipping slow mode. We're just going to power. So the idea is to spend some time stacking Vigor at 929, speed early, then you can spam it the rest of the race, staying at about 1200 speed. Instead of getting... Oh, I've missed a green blob. Ah! I was reading chat. Let's go back again, shall we? Yeah, I'm definitely double boosting in some spots, which is actually causing a problem. Or using a vigor too soon after getting a boost. But usually, if I just do it enough times, I accidentally fix my wrongs. But that was slow. Personal best. We're getting there. Slowly a bit faster. Slowly a bit faster. I find it helps to be able to see the Drake when it starts to extend its wings as it slows down. You use another surge forward. Is my desire to do it in first person mode actually working against me, do we think? This feels slow. Oh, and actually, I think I've done that a few times. You know, I hit the archway. Oh, for God's sake. I didn't just clip it that time. I flew straight into it. I reckon I can cut that corner much, much better. How are you more zooms than me? Back it up, Panda. Must be doing the easy one, clearly. Yeah, catch you up. No, I see. This is why I don't like flipping third person. Give me first person mode back. I got this. Right. I will not be defeated. Do I look like KSI? That was a nice speed boost there. Oh, that was speedier. That was much better that time.
Hello there.
Ah, no distractions. I'll say hello in a minute. Oh, I don't think I've ever concentrated this hard doing a flipping dragon race before. Hey! Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Ah. Adrestia, welcome in. Welcome. Okay, right. We can say goodbye to this stupid one for... That's, how many more... How many to go? 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we go Twilight Highlands from here, right? There's 2 in Twilight Highlands, I think. Was there any in Wetlands? No. 2 in Twilight Highlands. Let's head over this way. Woof. Oh, it felt good to do that first time. No problems. Easy mode, right? Ha! Somebody saved that for their last one and got the achievement. Poobo saved the Gilneas one till last. The one at Bastion Twilight is fun. Easy mode first time. You watch. We got this. Smash it out the park. I do think I forgot to blink for about 12 minutes there, though. My eyes are feeling a touch crusty. Krasworks Clash, Twilight Terror. Which ones are we missing? Lochmadan Loop and Iron Forge Interceptor. I don't know if you use it, but the Tome of Teleportation add-on is gold for gathering all the teleportation toys. I should probably look into getting some of those. I have a few bits and pieces, and Zygor knows when you've got them and tells you to use them, but I just ignore it half the time. Yeah, actually would have been faster to go to Orgrimmar actually here. The Die Brew remote should be a toy. I have it on almost all of my alts now. Yeah, I don't know why they did a refresh to, or a bit of a revamp of Brewfest and didn't make that a toy. That seems a bit of an odd one, but, you know, Blizzard do Blizzard things. Logic is not necessarily their strong point. When's the Halloween event start? Is that, oh, that's Wednesday. Ooh, Hallows End begins on Wednesday. Okay. Go gather some pumpkins. I can make my yearly pumpkin farm video. I think every year for about 5 years I've done a pumpkin video. Ah, you know that realm I made a random character on earlier to get a recipe from? The long boy was on its auction house. Boo, missed a trick. Oops. You win some, you lose some. Okay, nearly there. Earn exalted with the Dragonmore clan? There's a faction I'm not exalted with? Back in Cataclysm. Ah, I'm only revered with them. I wonder what that entails. I think you just buy the tab, I'd get it done in 5 minutes. I'll run some dungeons, yeah, you could be right. That might be a quick and easy one. Avengers of Hyjal, I'll get to Exalted at one day. Go back to the, was it the Molten Front? I need to do that on my blacksmith though, that's the annoying thing. Okay. But you see, back in the day, I never used to get all the reps to Exalted unless I kind of really needed it for something. I was often like hunting down something. Whereas in recent expansions, I just tried to get everything Exalted just because. Slacker. That's literally my profession nowadays. Oh, that pipe is going to be annoying, isn't it? Oh my god, where are we going here? Did a loop-de-loops. Hey, this is fun. Do a backflip. Oh dear god. We're gonna hit stuff on this one, I can tell. Oh my lord, every turn is a thread the needle. Wow, that one's very fun. That one's very fun, but I sense this is going to cause me some headaches. Let's try the advanced one of this. This is either going to be tuned really tightly, or this will be a walk in the park by just completing it and not hitting anything. It's one of the only races that sent you like almost completely vertically up though. which is quite fun. I sense we might have needed to grab another one of those green balls. Silver? Hey, gold! Smashed it. Okay, this one's actually a walk in the park. Yeah, this is not a problem. This one, it's basically complete it and don't hit shit, and you'll be fine. Okay, that's cool. As soon as I found out I had the X Exalted Reps achievement, I had to max them all out. Yeah. I mean, in the last few expansions, I've kept the habit of doing them when they're current. So then I don't have to worry about going back to them. But I have been playing catch up a little bit on some of the old ones. I've still never bothered to get some of the old titles. Like the Insane title was one I never bothered to get. Because, well, I wasn't insane. It's kind of only like semi-insane nowadays though, isn't it? It's like... It's not really the insane title. It's more like, ooh, mental disorder. It's a bit soft. Hey! Easy gold. Okay, that one was quite cool. I enjoyed that. Right, down this way. I still need some of the PvP ones. Oh, yeah, of course, like doing the Battleground like 1 billion times for the PvP ones. That doesn't sound particularly fun. This is why I like collecting things, but I try to keep a pretty level head about having to have everything. The insane title now is I have some time before the next patch to kill. Yeah, pretty much. It was heavily gated by those silly lock boxes at one point, wasn't it? Or is it still? I don't even know. Do you have to farm up lock boxes like an absolute crazy person to get that thing now? I can't remember the exact process to do it. I did look into it at one point and was like, no thanks. Could be a good time with rep bonuses. Yeah, maybe. I used to have, how do I phrase this? I used to have so much passion for playing this game that I would more than happily spend 8 to 10 hours a day playing the game. Now, it's not to say I don't enjoy playing the game anymore, but I really do not have the same pull to... And I guess this is because I've deliberately ventured into playing other games as well. Instead of quite talking about the insane, instead of, you know, dumping every single hour that I'm willing to play video games into World of Warcraft, I now do what I want in WoW, and then I'm more than happy to put WoW down and go play something else, which I think is slightly more healthy. I still play video games way too much, which obviously isn't healthy, but I have been quite enjoying this calendar year, at least, playing more than just World of Warcraft. I mean, I always used to sort of dip in and out of Factorio and play a little bit of Diablo here and there. But there was vast amounts of games that always were on my radar, and I just never quite got round to playing them because I was always so engrossed with World of Warcraft. And the reality is that I think that's a bit of a byproduct of something that Blizzard have done with Dragonflight that I think a lot of people, me included, asked for. Was, you know, for a World of Warcraft that didn't require you to play it 8 hours a day to feel as if you were getting the best out of it, that it kind of allows you to dip in and out of it a bit more. Most games end up being boring, so I turn back to WoW to collect stuff. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of other games you play. There's a huge amount... WoW has replayability. There's no denying that. Huge amounts of replayability. And with 20 years of content under its belt, there's seemingly... If you really wanted something to do in the game all the time, it could facilitate that. Most other games that hit the market, you play through them once. It's just kind of like I mean, some people can watch the same movie 10 times. I maybe watch a movie twice and then I'm like, well, why would I want to watch that again? I've seen it. Most other games for me are like that. And if any game that's heavily story driven, I might play it twice because the first time through you don't catch everything. Second time through you get the full experience, but unlikely to ever want to play a story driven game more than twice. Unless it's just something really special. But I don't mind that about other games, you know. If a game can, you know, keep you entertained for 20, 40, 60, 100 plus hours, and then you put it down and you never play it again, I'm alright with that. I don't mind. It's fine by me. Diablo 4 was such a failure. Yeah, the game that is meant to be borderline replayability personified. People didn't even want to play it through once. I haven't even hit level 100 in Diablo 4 on any character. I think I got my barbarian to about level 82 and was just like, this grind is just not fun. There's nothing interesting here that I haven't already done. I think I got to the point where I'd cleaned the map. I didn't even play the start of any of the seasons, by the way. Like, I didn't even, you know, I think I cleaned the map of everything that was possible to do on the map. I completed every single dungeon to unlock every single aspect for all of my alts that I never bothered to create. And then once I got into the... I basically have to farm like 18 levels via nightmare dungeons at an incredibly slow pace for no real significant reason because I was basically fully geared as well. I was like, yeah, okay. See you later. I was kind of done at that point. I'm kind of done now because this isn't working, is it? Okay. Baldur's Gate Game of the Year. Diablo 4 Fail of the Year. Hello? Am I about to die? What's going on here? Where's me Drake gone? What happened there? Fail of the decade. Yeah. Well... Diablo 4 at least has a solid foundation. Like, the gameplay is actually not all that bad. It just needs to have a solid ARPG built around it. It's kind of half there. It's got the ability that with some endgame and some tweaks and so... Why am I not on my Drake? It's got the ability to be good. It's just going to take 6 months, 12 months to get there. there's lots of games that turn up when you're like, okay, the core gameplay of this is just tragic. No amount of patches or improvements can polish this turd to the point where it'll actually be any good. Starfield. But at least Diablo 4 has a solid enough foundation to where if they actually give players some sense of progression past level 75, people might do it. Okay. Me sense we might need to be a little bit more vigor conscious on this one. Even attempting to be vigor conscious, this is not going to plan. Ooh, got it. Okay, that was quite cool. That was a fun one, you know. That little, spiraling up back to the start again was quite cool. You're on the right track thinking about conserving vigor, and then I just spammed it all going down. Yeah, probably. Right, there's one in Lockmud. No, yeah, there is. There's one like right near. Right near. Is that 2 more to go now? Are we Lockmadan and then Ironforge? Yeah, okay. We're nearly there. Nearly there. Okay. Ah, the main zones look so better now they've unrestricted the view distance. It looks so much better. Have I even got my settings cranked? Yeah. We got everything on ultra high view distance, yeah. It looks so much better now they've unrestricted it. Got rid of all of that silly fog. Much better. So it's not 2006, you can see more than 10 feet in front of you. Fireballs on easy mode? Sheesh. Thread the needle. Okay. This bit doesn't seem too bad. We do all the zooms at the end, okay. Right. Let's go advanced. We got this. Oh, what? Shit. Who? When? Oh, dear. I mean, I think I might have balls that. And I definitely hit that fire. And I definitely hit that one. Oops. Yeah, we broke that one. Let's try that again. Nobody saw that. It's fine. Please ignore. Oh, what? We never... Ah, lies. Stupid game. Gotta catch them all, yeah. Do you know Pokemon Gold and Silver turned like 23 years old, I think it was? I genuinely cannot believe like 20 plus years ago those games came out. I remember being a kid playing the Pokemon. I remember when Pokemon Gold and Silver came out because I'd played Pikachu Yellow until I'd 100%ed it. And then Gold and Silver came out. My brother got Gold and I got Silver, I think. This is something, I mean, I know this is like the most boomer take you could possibly imagine, right? But I think this is one thing that game developers often forget now. That a game can be like outrageously fun and interesting and people will play it to death when it's made of about 7 pixels. Like graphical fidelity and systems and this sorts of stuff doesn't actually matter all that much if you can capture something that's interesting and fun to do. I mean, obviously, there's an element of saying that the Game Boy Pokemon games might have only captivated you because Call of Duty wasn't an option. But even still, like, it captured an entire generation and single-handedly sold more Game Boys than flipping Mario or Tetris ever did. And yet it was like the most dumb graphics ever. Microsoft Paint style. Woohoo! I thought we scuffed that because we hit a fireball at some point. Oops. Oops. Well, we're fine. Is that one more? One more to go? Ironforged? Best will last? One feel even older. The movie Demolition Man's 30 years old. Yeah. It's creeps up on you. Our first console was the Tandy, the luxury version with the gun. I remember those with the infrared pistol shooter guns. Yo, genuinely though, one of the games that like dominated my childhood was Time Crisis. My my uncle had... I didn't have it, but my uncle had... I want to say it was the PlayStation. I can't remember exactly what console it was. But he had 2 guns, and he had Time Crisis. And he also bought a big-ass telly for it. He really went in on it. And it's, so much fun. So much fun. Right. Last easy mode. Oh my god, trees. Oh my lord. We are going to hit the ground about 25 times doing the advanced version of this, I can tell. Ah! More trees. Sorry, I know I've probably not been maintaining a very good eye on what's going on in chat, but I don't think I've blinked for a while either. Woohoo! Gold! Yeah! Oh, easy. Oh, of course. Yeah, this wasn't the hard one. Right. Blink a few times. Summer Olympics on the Commodore 64. Poor joysticks. Went through a few with that. Because I remember like that you'd have like the 100-meter sprint and you just had to like shake the joystick like this. Until it snapped off. Oh, shit. And eventually, like, button presses. Those games were fun. Oh my god, it's difficult to figure out where even the flipping ports are. All the zooms, though. All the zooms. Gold! Hey! Oh, we smashed it. Easy game. Okay, reverse. Last race. Last race, boys and girls. This is it. Can we get reverse gold? Last one. Whew. Right. Don't spam all the vigor, he says. Oh well, too late. I know nothing but zooms. If in doubt, go faster. Oh my lord. Okay. Yeah, that clearly didn't work, did it? Do we cruise it out? Or do we park up and we go again? We go again. Right, first time, boys and girls. First time. How can you not hit that tree? That's outrageous. Right, well, I hit that tree. Can we make up for it? Oh my god! Lord Jesus. Holy schmokeroonies. Oh, I don't even know where the port is! Oh, you actually kidding me? If we've golded this. Oh, yes! I did not expect to get gold that time. Woo! Eastern Kingdom's done. Do we get a new title? Do we get an Eastern Kingdoms racer title? Yeah, we did. Okay, let's switch that round. Eastern Kingdoms racer. There we go. Much better. Much better. Woof. Whoa. Okay. Well, that was good fun. I enjoyed that. I've probably got a boatload of these Riders coins. I've got 140 of these coins. Is there clearly stuff I need that I don't have, right? Whatever this is. Estimated amount needed to obtain the remaining things. 250? What now? How's that possible? We've done everything, though. We've golded everything. Lies. Is this lies? I do not want to have... Do I have to piss about doing this on alts just to get enough coins to get everything? Did you pick up the intro quest in Valdrakken for the extra 10? Probably not. Let's go and have a look. Whoever designed the races did a good job. Bit more forgiving on the timer, but more zoom through the narrow sections. Yeah. I've really enjoyed these Dragon races. Having like only a handful of them around the Dragon Isles always felt a bit like, this isn't really an expansion feature per se. I still don't think that as an expansion feature, it really sells itself as well as like Torghast or Island Expeditions or something, which I more consider to be like content. It's odd, right? I mean, Dragon Races, they are content, but it's different content. Feels a lot more like a side thing to do, but I don't know. Fly through the Eastern Kingdoms Cup. Can I just... Hey, there we go. It just gave it to me. GG. There's an extra 10. Right, what are you going to sell me then? Is this all the new stuff? It's all Drake stuff, which I don't really care for, but... Some of the Drake Mog that you got only from purses was added to the vendor. Oh, I see. Oh, that might be it then. That might be why. Torghast is evil. Torghast was fun, you know. People memed on Torghast. I thought Torghast was a blast. Okay, so I technically need 100 more. I need 100 more to get these bits and bobs. My question is do I care enough to go and get 100 more of these on an alt? For Drake manuscripts. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. It'll come round again. I'll get the opportunity to get them again. Or alternatively, I'll just ignore it forever again, ever and a day. Well, that was cool. That was cool. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that a lot. I still actually, thinking about it, There's the challenge races that I could look at doing. Although, for me personally, the challenge races, it's like, oh, you're going to reward me for going slow. It's not an incentive for me to go and do everything again. If they made it even faster still, I think I might dig it, but I don't know. Maybe one day we'll do the challenge ones. With the intro, you just need to do 9 races on an alt. Challenge races are not slow. Is it still zoom zooms? I don't know. Maybe one day. Bronze Racer's Pennant. What actually is that? Is that a transmoggy thing? Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't incentivize me to go and do them all again. I don't know. One day. Yeah, like I said, dragon riding is it's been a bit of an odd one for me in Dragonflight, that I don't really consider dragon riding to have been so much of an overarching expansion feature. It's just for the dragon races kind of cool. They've kept me busy for an afternoon sort of thing, but it hasn't integrated itself into the story in any way, shape or form. It's just a bonus wipeout minigame. Whereas, your Covenant Sanctums, Torghast, Visions of N'Zoth, Heart of Azeroth, the Island Expeditions, all of this sort of stuff was like tied into the expansion, if you know what I mean. Dragon riding, it's a funky, more interesting method of transportation, and it's a world quest, and it's a mini game. It doesn't have the same pizzazz, the same oomph as I think a Torghast or an Island Expedition has had. But Torghast was fun. I enjoyed Torghast back in the day. I actually was back in Torghast not too long ago, actually, with the just trying to catch up with the last few bits and pieces. I say not too long ago, 6 months ago. But I'm sure there's still a bunch of stuff I need to do in Torghast. 250,000 Phantasma. I only ever got 123,000, so I'm 50, not even halfway there. So that's never going to happen. I'm never going to run Torghast for fun that much to do all of that, I don't think. Flawless run on layer 16. Oh, I probably will go back and do the flawless runs at some point. Which I need for the Tower Ranger. Isn't Master of Torment complete the achievements listed below? Crowd Pleaser. Be under the effects of claustrophobia for 30 consecutive seconds whilst the torment claustrophobic is active. See, all of these achievements you either do these are the achievements, you either do them when they're current or you never do them. Because this is something that you would, when running through Torghast, when it's current content, you might just accidentally do, or you might set yourself the challenge of doing this because you're doing Torghast to do something else. Yeah, you either accidentally get these or you do them when it's current, but you never go back and do things like this. Slay an elite enemy with 10 stacks of vengeance whilst the Torment Avenger is active. Yeah, see, that's another one, right? You're just never gonna... You either accidentally do it, or you do it when it's current, or it's dead. It will never happen. And I reckon I still have achievements from Argent Tournament to complete still. I do. I do. Purchase and use the Argent Pony from Dame something something in the Argent Quartermasters. There's still a mount I need from the Argent Tournament then. Tol Barad back in the day. Far too PvP for me to actually do even then. Win 25 battles. I think this was character specific. I was back in Tol Barad. I wasn't playing this character. I think I was playing my paladin. Yeah, because hence it doesn't show I've done a daily quest ever on this character. Pandaria Scenarios. Did a bunch of this stuff. Proving Grounds, what were these? Oh, I remember Proving Grounds. Didn't they make... Oh, yeah, I remember. Didn't they make this... Didn't they make Proving Grounds? You had to have... Didn't you had to have bronze Proving Ground in a class before you could enter LFR at one point? Wasn't that a thing? Didn't that cause uproar at some point? You actually had to put buttons on your bar before you could go do LFR. It was silver, but yes. Was it silver? Was that... Well, I mean, that's probably why I've got silver then, and probably why I didn't bother doing the gold ones. Oh, there's a lot of achievements for the garrisons. Holy smoke. A lot of them I didn't have. Oh, because they did all that weekly quest business in the garrisons, didn't they? In the invasions. Yeah, I never bothered with half of that. I think I'd mostly stopped playing Warlords of Draenor by the time all this came out. Complete 300 rare garrison missions. I only ever did 123. Yeah, you can see I really didn't farm garrisons like some people did. Win 2,000 pet battles in Draenor? Ah, I'm missing one. Son of a... Legion class halls. I think I did a lot of this, if not most of it. Complete 500 class hall missions. Okay, I didn't really go very hard on that either, did I? Island expeditions. I know I didn't do much of this. You wouldn't think I've played this game like since the day it came out with just how much stuff in the game I just haven't done. I never did PvP island expeditions because, you know, PvP. Expedition leader. What do I still need for this? Like everything. Now we're into BFA stuff. How do I not have anything for this? Eh? What? Huh? I don't know why I don't have these. Was I playing my paladin again back then? I might have been. Doing the super squirt pet battles count for Draenor, so you'll get it over time. Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Oh, that's probably where I've got at least any of it from, yeah. Apply an essence of rank 3 or higher into every slot in the Heart of Azeroth. Yeah, nope. How about no? Oh, I didn't even realise there's, like, Dragon Isle's Drake appearance achievements. Sky Terror and Black Scales missing. Oh, I'm missing loads of stuff then. Oh, these are clearly all the ones that come from the raid, aren't they? Anything that comes from the raid, I'm definitely not going to have it. Because I'm a filthy casual. What are my feats of strength? Not a lot. What's my oldest feat of strength? Haha, the Swift Zillion Tiger. Back in 2010. Back in 2010 from Zorngrub. That's got to be one of my oldest achievements, surely. Achievements didn't... Yeah, that can't be far off one of my oldest achievements in the game. Oh no, 2008 was about as far back as you can go by the looks of things. Oh my god, that's like 15 years ago they added achievements to the game. Log in during WoW's 4th anniversary. Wow, Hearthstone came out almost 10 years ago? No way. Is Hearthstone nearly 10 years old? Hearthstone feels like it only came out last year. Sheesh. Damn. Cross-game reward. Paladin hero in Hearthstone was a promo back in 2016. Woof. Lord have mercy. Wow, wow, wow. Anyway, boys and girls, I'm going to leave it there for today. What day is it? It's Monday. We will have some Hallow's End to play with on Wednesday once reset turns round. I'm probably going to be sort of slowly but surely planning some stuff for 10.2 at this point on. Probably just tying up some loose ends, leveling a few more alts. I've got a couple of characters I should really take advantage of this time walking thing with and level up to 70. My Shaman and my Warrior that I brought over, they're still Alliance. I'm tempted to switch them to Horde just so they're all the same. My Shaman and my Warrior I should probably get leveled up. Mutheus is my Skinner, who has just dinged level 70. I should probably get him some 402 gear, maybe get him his skinning leveled up a little bit more so we can play around with whatever this elusive skinning thing is the first few days of 10.2. Could be some good profit in that to be had if we can get some of the new material. Yeah, we'll probably start just sort of tinkering with a few things, tying up a few loose ends before the new patch. I suspect that it's not going to be long until we actually get a launch date for 10.2 because there's a good chance that there's a good chance we'll know everything about 10.2 before BlizzCon. Internally, at least, I suspect that Blizzard will want to have it all wrapped up and ready to go, sort of thing. Which means I think we'll actually get a launch date for 10.2 before too long. They usually don't give us too much notice, but just because we kind of guess that it's going to come the week after BlizzCon, I think we might get a little bit more notice than usual this time. But I think this week is the release date announcement. Well, it depends just how. I mean, I think we've still got a couple of weeks of raid testing. I can't remember what the schedule was, but I think there's a couple of weeks of raid testing still to do, and it's usually the first time we get a release candidate is the same week that they're like, okay, well, this is when it's coming out, which I think is very close. It could be this week. If not, it'll be next week, is my suspicion. We might get another PTR update as well this week, and if we do, we'll squeeze that in at some point. Next week, I know it's only Monday of this week, but I'm planning ahead a little bit. Next week, we might be going and playing some City Skylines. I might take a few days off stream next week to put a little playthrough of City Skylines together for YouTube or something. Because City Skylines 2 comes out 24th, I think. Yeah, a week tomorrow, I think City Skylines 2 comes out. So this week we've got a bit of WoW to play with, tie up some loose ends before 10.2 stuff. Next week we'll probably be playing City Skylines, and then very quickly will be like the run up to BlizzCon and like some 10.2 videos and some sort of Warcraft Rumble videos pre-BlizzCon, and then some BlizzCon footage, and then it's all go, go, go. Diablo 4 Season 2 tomorrow? Yeah, probably not, unfortunately. Probably not. I'll give D4 6 months, a year before I probably have another go at it, to be honest. It did look like they have done a lot of quality of life things for Season 2, but I still don't think it's really going to grab my attention much until probably Season 4 or 5, I would guess, is when we'll give Diablo another go. But the new City Skylines game next week looks pretty fun. We'll probably be doing some of that. They are fixing, but still far from acceptable. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, boys and girls, thank you all for joining today. Come say hi over in the Discord if you're not there already. Remember, hit the follow button if you haven't already. And enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you all next time. Peace.